Shabbat list. We need that, don't we?
Leave it there because he'll be here tomorrow.
All right.
Just leave it. Have the announcements.
Where are the announcements?
Right there. That's for tomorrow.
Where's the ones for tonight? Okay.
Give it to Alyssa.
Okay.
See, Dan,
What?
this only says the Kaddish. The Shabbat bulletin said it was the honor also.
Thank you. For a year. Again,
We're very sorry to hear about
thank you, Ken.
it. Doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. And my life has gotten worse since I started the treatment. It's worse than when I started. I just came back from my injection today, so I just left, but can't get it control.
What's it called?
I can tell them that those are and then they had, I never saw this at the funeral, this was on, not Zoom, it was on the internet. They were showing videos and tapes. This thing went for about an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah. And I'm waiting to call the rabbi so he could tell me if right after cutting the button, the ribbon. So I didn't want to wait. I had to get it finished with Shabbos because they were now behind us. So then
So, you're not going to be covered next week.
I won't be gone by this week. I think the rabbi said I could be gone by next week. I think that's what I'm supposed to be.
I mean,
Not going to
Coach Roger. That's
so
what
that's okay.
he said it was okay, but it wasn't a resounding saying it was okay. Because he's in pain. He was thinking of something, and I don't know if I had it close that. During the week, I will ask him again.
Because I didn't make the point.
I know that because
Yeah.
he didn't want to wait. I understand that.
So, right now,
Hey, Marty.
well, somebody is okay.
so once we find out, then I can make.
Yes, I do that.
That's what you're gonna do. But I don't want to do
No,
it.
I understand. That makes sense. Marty.
Yes,
Come over. So I go over to the office today. Where is the graphic going to be? Yeah. Then I can't participate. Then it will come back. Because it's over the internet. And I can't really save my time the way I would on Zoom. But if it's in a chat box, it's well, I can't on Sunday. I can't on the city show.
Well, Jen, no told you.
between the snowflakes.
You should put it place. And forward.
And what is
Are you
it?
doing the service?
Yeah.
Rabbi, okay?
And you have nothing in like 23, 32, whatever that is.
No.
Yes.
No, 60.
And my wife will be here in a minute. She's still working. I'm sorry. Hey, Alan. Happy birthday, baby. No one's gonna ask. Yeah, no one's gonna leave you, no one's gonna ask. I'm gonna go get my wife people.
Remember, everybody has a 30 minutes.
And I'll say,
If anybody has a 30 minutes.
4, 6, 7. I think we'll have a minion by the time.
Listen to me. It only says the Kaddish is being sponsored, but he clarified that it's the Onyx Shabbat also. They can't get anything.
What?
They can't get anything right.
No. I'm ready to start. It's time to
I
start.
know,
You want to be on the right or the left?
on the left, that's where my stuff is. Okay, all right. Don't do that. Leave it alone. Just
Well, we're going to start. And
Please
I
find the seat,
think
if you
we will
can.
have a minion in a few minutes, but we don't need a minion to begin.
Thank
We're
you.
going to need you to sing a little louder tonight.
All right, you can be seated
All right.
for now. All right. We're going to begin on page 73 with Shalom Aleichem because we want everybody to feel welcome. Page 73. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Borachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And now we're going to turn back to the beginning of the book, to page 11, for Lechu Neranena. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena l'Adonai. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena l'Adonai. Naria, Naria, Litzur Yishenu, Nekadma Fanav B'Toda. Naria, Naria, Litzur Yishenu, Bizmirot Naria Lo. Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena, Lechu Neranena l'Adonai. Lecho neranena, lecho neranena, lecho neranena l'Adonai. Ki el gadol Adonai u'melech gadol ha'olam. Asher b'yado machzei haaretz.
You are
Page 12. Arba'im shana kut bedor, va'omaram to'e levavhem, vehem lo yadu derachai, asher nishbati v'api, im yivo'un el menuchati.
Let's turn forward now to page 19, and please join me as we read the psalm together in English, page 19 into 20. Adonai reigns, nations tremble. The one enthroned amidst the cherubim makes the world quake. Adonai is great in Zion above all nations. They shall acknowledge your name, saying, Great, awe-inspiring, Holy One. A sovereign strength lies in the love of justice, and you forged the paths of truth, judging Jacob righteously and justly. Exalt Adonai our God, bow down before God, the Holy One. Continuing on page 20, Moses and Aaron among God's priests, and Samuel among those who called upon the divine name, called to you, and you answered them. You spoke to them from amidst the cloud. They kept your covenant and the law you gave them. You answered them, Adonai our God. You were a forgiving God to them, even as you punished them for their transgressions. Exalt Adonai our God and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy. And now on the Hebrew side of page 20, please join us as we sing at the little red triangle. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu.
We continue now with Lecha Dodi, page 23. We'll sing the first 3 verses on page 23, and then we're going to skip is always a good word for a congregation, to the last paragraph on page 25. So right now we're starting with page 23. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, suf ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, mikdash melech imelucha, kumitzei mitoch ha'hafecha, Rav lach shevet be'emek habacha, v'hu yachmol alaychem la. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, and face the entrance. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam b'simcha u'v'tzahala, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela.
You may be seated. As we turn to page 27, please join me as we sing the beginning of Psalm 92.
The song for the Sabbath day.
27. Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, shir leyom HaShabbat. Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, shir leyom HaShabbat. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, u'zamer l'shimcha elyon. Le'hagid b'boker chastecha, ve'monatcha b'leilot. Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, shir leyom HaShabbat. Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, shir leyom HaShabbat. Let's read the English responsively on the English side of 27. It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing to your name, Most High, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night.
Finger the lute, pluck the harp, let the sound of the lyre raise up.
You gladdened me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork.
How wonderful are your works, Adonai, how subtle your designs.
The arrogant do not understand. The fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms, only to be destroyed forever.
But you, Adonai, are exalted for all time.
28. Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered.
As a wild bull raises up its horn, you raised my head high, anointed it with fresh oil.
As my enemies gather against me, my gaze remains steady, for my ears listen and hear.
The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in our God's courtyards.
In old age, they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock in whom there is no flaw. And on the Hebrew side of 28, please join me at the red triangle. Tzadik katamar yifrach yifrach, tzadik katamar yifrach, tzadik katamar yifrach yifrach, tzadik katamar yifrach. Ke'erez balvanon yiske, ke'erez balvanon yiske, ke'erez balvanon yiske yiske. כארז בלבנון יזכה, כארז בלבנון יזכה, כארז בלבנון יזכה יזכה. שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינבון בשיבה, עוד ינבון בשיבה, עוד ינבון בשיבה, עוד ינבון בשיבה. ישנים ורעננים יהיו, ישנים ורעננים יהיו, ישנים ורעננים יהיו. ישנים ורעננים יהיו, ישנים ורעננים יהיו, ישנים ורעננים יהיו. להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולה תבוא.
We continue on page 29. Adonai malach geut lavesh lavesh Adonai ozit azar tikon velel baltimor nachon kisachon ayos
קולות מים רבים, אורך ימים.
מקולות מים רבים אדירים משפרי ים אדיר במרום אדוני עדותיך נאמנו מאוד לביתך נאווה קודש אדוני לאורך ימים.
We now turn to page 30 for the Mourner's Kaddish. All those in mourning or observing yahrzeit, please join me and rise if you are able. Page 30. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael b'hagala uv'izman kariv v'yimru Amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'amei almayah. Yitvarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shmei dekudesha richu le'ela min kol birachata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'yimru Amen.
Amen.
Yehei shalama rava min shemaya v'chaim Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom bimramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen.
Amen. We continue now on page 39A with the Mariv service, the Barchu, and please rise if you are able.
39A, please rise if you are able.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam vaed.
May be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher b'dvaro mariv avim b'chachma v'nefesh. Kolel olam mipnei choshech.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים.
Turn 2 pages forward to page 40. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chokim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Haken Adonai Eloheinu, v'shachveinu v'kumenu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגן יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לעלות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. והחיה שמעו את ישוזות בפעם שמעתי את זה. Adonai Elohechem emet.
Continuing now on page 44. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מורה תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך פוקע ים לפני משה, זה אלינו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר יפקד אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל Yisrael. Page 45, please join me in the English translation of Hashkivenu on the English side. 45. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, O God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us over all the people Israel and over Jerusalem. And on the Hebrew side of page 45, at the red triangle. U'shemor tzedenu uvoenu lechaim u'leshalom lechaim u'leshalom me'ata yad olam u'feroz aleinu sukkot shalomecha Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukkot shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Please rise if you are able, page 46. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבם, בעמא דברה קירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכם וביומכם ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבם מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה.
יתברך
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן.
We'll continue now silently with the Friday night Amida, beginning on page 47, continuing through 52. 47 through 52. page 51 in the middle of the page. Please join me if you can. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha v'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha v'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha v'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha v'al kol yoshvei tevel. Shalom Rahav al Yisrael Amcha tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam.
We turn now to page 53, and please rise if you are able for Vayechulu. Vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzevam. Vayechal Elohim bayom hashvi melachto asher asah. Vayishpot bayom hashvi mikol melachto asher asah. Vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvi vayekadesh oto ki vo shavat mikol melachto ki vo shavat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim asher bara Elohim la'asot. You may be seated.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Koneh Shamayim va'aretz.
Magen avot bidvaro mechaye metim b'ma'amaro ha'el hakadosh she'en kamohu המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו כי בום רוצה להניח להם כי בום רוצה להניח להם לפניו נעבוד ביראה ופחד ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד מעון הברכות אל ההודעות אדון השלום, מקדש השבת ומברך שביעי, ומניח בקדושה לעמד ושני עונג, זכר למעשה וראשית.
Page 54. Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Ritzai v'menuchatenu Kaddishenu b'mitzvotecha v'ten chelkeinu b'toratecha Sameinu mitovecha v'samechenu b'yeshuatecha v'taher libenu le'ovdecha be'emet v'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu be'ahava uvratzon Shabbat Kodeshecha v'yanuch leva Yisrael mekadishei shemecha Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה קירותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעלם רעל מעלמיה. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה, ברכו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. תתקבל צלותון ובאותון דכל ישראל, קדם אבוהון דבשמיא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. העושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen.
We are all missing Rabbi Gershon today, and we hope that he is going to be feeling better very soon. And in place of his normal Shabbat talk, I'd like to give you a preview of tomorrow morning's Torah reading, except that I will sing it in English instead of in Hebrew. Now, the translation that I'm going to use was written in 1962. Many of us, or some of us, still remember the old Chumash that we used to use before Eitz Chaim, and that was called the, now I forgot, the Hertz Chumash, and it was from Britain, and of course the translation was the old style with the these and the thous. And when Harry Orlinsky did his translation, he wrote it in modern English. And I was fortunate enough to know him, and he actually gave me an autographed copy of his first book, first book of the Bible, which was the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible. Anyway, when Eitz Chaim came out, you have it in your pew, and you can find the translation on page 503 if you look at your Eitz Chaim. It was issued by the conservative movement, but there were a couple of little spots that they didn't care for with Harry Walensky's translation, and so when I do this from this old book, you'll find a few discrepancies, but this was the original. So this Shabbat, we're reading from the Torah Tetzaveh, and I wouldn't say you have a lot of behavioral instructions here, except that it's different. It's about something special for the Mishkan that was during the wandering in the Midbar. And so, page 503, a preview of the first few paragraphs. Okay. You shall further instruct the Israelites to bring you clear oil of beaten olives for lighting, to maintain lights regularly. Aaron and his sons shall set them up in the tent of meeting, outside the curtain which is over the pact, to burn from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a dew from the Israelites for all time, throughout the generations. You shall then advance your brother Aaron with his sons from among the Israelites to serve me as priests. Aaron, Nadav and Avihu, Eleazar and Itamar, the sons of Aaron. Make sacred vestments for your brother Aaron, for dignity and adornment. Next, you shall instruct all who are skillful, whom I have endowed with the gift of skill, to make Aaron's vestments, for consecrating him to serve me as priest. These are the vestments. They are to make a breastpiece, an ephod, a robe, a fringed tunic, a headdress, and a sash. They shall make those sacred vestments for your brother Aaron and his sons, for service to me as priests. They therefore shall receive the gold, the blue, purple, and crimson yarns, and the fine linen. So if you can come tomorrow morning, you'll hear the Torah reading in the original Hebrew.
And you'll find out what happens next. Always an exciting thing. We're going to continue now with the Kaddish on page 55. So please rise if you are able. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon Hinchilanu zikaron lemaaseh v'reshit כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Amen. We'll remain standing for Aleinu, page 56. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו במשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגאול עלינו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו וזולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו. וידעת היום והשבת אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת. אין עוד. על כן נקווה לך אדוני אלוהינו, לירון מירה ודברת זכר, להעביר גלעד וישראל, ותכין מלכות שלנו. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. As we come to the Mourner's Kaddish, we want to especially offer condolences to Mike and Ellen Falk on the loss of Michael's sister, Sima Stein, and to Michael and Terry Gabor on the passing of Michael's uncle, Harry Hashi Karker. At this Shabbat, we're also observing yahrzeit of Brian Kaplan, Renee Falk, Betty Freeman, Don Gethard, Stuart Kabak, Samuel Kahana, Rose Kornblue, Helen Lipsky, Molly Matzah, Abraham Allen Rand, and Herman Stark. Now at this time, those observing yahrzeit and those in mourning, please join me in reciting the Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayichon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'yimru Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach Olam Olamei Almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shemei dekudesha v'yichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran b'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Now I'd like to call up our president, Michelle Partis, for the announcements.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Again, our condolences to Michael and Ellen Falk on the loss of your sister, Michael, Sima. And our condolences to Michael and Terry Gabor on the passing of Michael's uncle, Harry. Everyone is invited to our Oneg Shabbat tonight after services, sponsored by Alan Baxter. Thank you very much, Alan. And remember, while you're in the building, please keep your mask on unless you're eating or up here cheating like we are. Upcoming services tomorrow morning, we have our 9:30 services in person or live stream. And that Kaddish is also being sponsored by Alan Baxter because we are celebrating his 75th birthday. Wonderful. Sunday, we have our worldwide wrap, say that 3 times fast, including Minyan at 9 a.m. in person or on Zoom. And of course, there will be breakfast sponsored by Men's Club after that. So you see the theme here, if you come, you get fed. Morning Minyan, Mondays and Thursdays at 7:45 in person and on Zoom. All right, what else we have going? Tuesday, February 15th at 12 o'clock, adult education class with Rabbi Gershon, the texts that inspire and move me. That will be in person and on Zoom, and the link is in the weekly bulletin. We are still looking for volunteers to help make calls to our congregants just to check in. So if you're interested in making any of those calls, please contact Sandy Welsher. And again, Shabbat Shalom.
And we're going to conclude with Yigdal, page 62. Page 62. Yigdal Elohim Chai v'yishtabach nimtza v'enet el metziyoto echad ve'en yachid keyichudo נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו אין לו דמות הגוף ואינו גוף לא נערוך אליו קדושתו קדמון לכל דבר אשר נברא ראשון ואין ראשית לראשיתו הינו אדון עולם וכל נוצר יורה גדולתו ומלכותו שפע נבואתו נתנו אל אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו לא קם בישראל כמו שעוד נביא ומביט את תמונתו תורת אמת נתן למועל על יד נביאו נאמן ביתו לא יחל יפעל ולא ימיר דתו לעולמים לזולתו צופה ויודע סתרנו מביט לסוף דבר בקדמתו גומר לאיש חסד כמפעלו נותן לרשע רק קדישתו ישלח לקץ ימין משיחנו לפדות בך כקץ ישועתו מתים יחייאל ברוב חסדו ברוך עד שם תהילתו מתים יחייאל ברוב חסדו ברוך עד שם תהילתו Shabbat Shalom. Take both your time.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it in the pew.
I'm ready.